here qualifying for it. I mean, for $1 million, this is pretty much the biggest, for a lot of these players, it's the biggest thing they've ever played for, especially when it comes to Quake. However, the stars have aligned, and the match is ready to go. Dreams&Magic versus NOTOFAST. Dreams&Magic heavily consists of a lot of Spanish talent. Quake, NOTOFAST, bit of a European dream team with Faz, Sturmy, Noctis, and Toxic all on one team. However, definitely anyone's game. Wow, that immediate shoulder charge. And now the Soul has spawned on the map. Sombra looking to take it towards Obelisk A. Definitely a preferred point, but not without having to fight for it.
He's going to get it on pretty much uncontested, even though he did die. The important thing is he's able to stop it.
Obviously, Faz is NOTOFAST's designated Anarchy player, is a superb Anarchy player. Bear in mind, Noctis also plays the champion really well, but in this team in particular, definitely looks like it's going to be Faz who's consistently running with Anarchy. They're trying to head him off. They do manage to take him out. Very little teammates there. They're a bit late to the party, actually. Toxic trying to throw it back, though, and just delay the inevitable. Slip trying to get out of there. And he's getting tagged. But, however, I do think for the time being, he's got out relatively safely, but he's getting met in the middle. Sombra, again, looking to clean up. Gets 2 frags. Trying to take the Soul back.
Once again, trying to pass it to his teammates. Noctis intercepts it, though. Almost that basketball style, just catching it in the air as they try and throw it around. And Faz, once again, is going to drop this off into the Obelisk. Injects himself, keeps himself back up again. Toxic, you can see him on that Saw lag, which is quite useful on this map particularly. NOTOFAST, though. They're now holding this Obelisk. They've got a solid defense. A couple of members of Dreams&Magic coming in, trying to push it down. However, going in for the shoulder charge. Really good stuff there with Sombra, acknowledging that he only needed a little bit of life left to finish that frag after the rail. Turns him right into paste, and now we can find that Sombra is by himself trying to attack here, trying to get a hold of this, contesting it. Is he going to get hold of it?
Oh, he tries to telefrag, but doesn't quite manage it. But there it is. Oh, Sturmy falls down, and Sombra will go down as well. Toxic's going to intercept him, trying to get that Soul out of the base. He's going to go put it right back down on Obelisk B. Oh, but Max gets hold of the protection, of course. Yeah, protection. He's going to become very dangerous now. He's got access to that mass damage immunity. Go. Really trying to fight back, just putting up this iron wall of a defense. Unfortunately, though, fumbles his Dire Orb, so unfortunately doesn't quite get the angle he was looking for in Faz with the redelivery. Only 2 health. That's not going to be enough to use the protection at all. Unfortunately, he may as well not have it, but he does frag Noctis. Taking out that Ranger. 2 health. Just trying to, I guess at this point, just get a couple of rails, do some damage.
Oh, I believe that's Blazkowicz on the side of Dreams&Magic, though, trying to get through. Oh, Noctis is going to take out. Yeah, just like that. As long as Dreams&Magic are just holding on to the Soul, NOTOFAST is just immediately stopping them and putting it straight back in. But you just look at that percentage go up. NOTOFAST now sitting at 50%. They've got themselves halfway through this first round. It was quite an even start, but at this stage, bear in mind, Toxic defending with the rails. This guy with the rail was dangerous, but getting fragged anyway. 57% though, almost 60 by the time they're going to try and intercept this. Yeah, 59, just under, throwing the Soul away. Slip has it, he's going to try and get past. All the acid comes through, that knocks him back down to the floor.
Yep, they've already forced out the injection as well. He's going to get that speed boost, but Toxic trying to meet them in the middle, doing everything he can to keep them away. Toxic, is he going to get a double kill?
He's going to go down, we saw that kill feed. Noctis is going to finish that one off.
Beat these guys right in the face. See, Predator actually manning the Blazkowicz.
Slip finds himself another kill. Predator throwing the Soul around. You're just trying to get as much distance as possible. Even if you know you're going to die, you just want to make it as hard as possible for the opposing team to get it back towards their Obelisk. And one Slip gets intercepted. Sturmy is there ready and waiting.
NOTOFAST just took a whole
the
bunch
quad
of
goes
frags.
to the side of NOTOFAST. That is not what they want.
I mean, bear in mind, they've got the quad and have immediately gone back to their own base as well, which means the whole duration of quad Noctis has, it's going to be open season for frags, unless he gets railed. They're really trying to pick him off. They come up behind. Can Noctis survive? No! Predator with the double, and now Predator has the quad instead.
Able to steal it. Has the Soul too, but he dies. Faz takes him down. Phasm has him. Wow, that is insane. The machine gun damage coming through.
He managed to not only stop the push with that Soul, get it back into the Obelisk, but he takes the quad damage as well.
There's that heavy machine gun coming out. Increased damage now from that distance, trying to bob and weave from a distant Slip. Getting poked down. Faz is able to keep himself planted on the defense. The Dire Orb comes out. Is he going to teleport? No, he isn't. Okay, now Dreams&Magic starting to get this attack on deck.
Yeah, it's 2 versus 1. Faz really can't do a whole lot here. Trying to take out Slip in this 1v1. The rest of the team following up. 90% left on this obelisk. They have a small amount of time left, and they're probably going to win this round unless Dreams&Magic push and make something happen right now. Sombra gets taken out, though. Make it one more, potentially. Toxic looking to clean up.
Not too fast. They're just doing an amazing job of defending, like, not even immediately at the obelisk. It's almost like the little bit of space just beyond the obelisk itself. They're just completely shutting them down, and that's a clean round 1. It's not too fast.
Toxic didn't even let them get near the doorway. Like, they didn't even get inside the obelisk room because Toxic was just keeping them at arm's length every single time. But I think it's just a solid defense. To defend really solidly requires a heavy amount of teamwork to pull off consistently, but Not Too Fast in particular. They are so experienced together. It completely makes sense that they are so dangerous as a 4-man group.
Back up to things though. Soul's going to spawn in about 5 seconds time. Them all saving their abilities here. Is the acid going to try and... There it is. Puts the acid down just to deny that area.
They managed to take it anyway, but that's not going to be with a heavy price to pay in the terms of damage. However, they are going to deliver the soul, but to be honest, minimal percentage while the rest of the team is respawning.
We know that Anaki's going to be quite low. Yes, he does storm. Stummy finishes him off, takes the soul around, but Blazkowicz is there to stop him.
Toxic actually accidentally passing the soul to the enemy right there. Trying to throw it away, but it's just in the line of sight. Here comes Predator again.
Oh, Not Too Fast to be able to take it away. Toxic's running through with it. Oh, Predator was trying to get him in the middle. I'm not quite able to stop him.
Now that's 16%. I mean, it's a
free capture.
It can be a good start, but unfortunately, 16% is not a huge amount of time if you defend for a long time if you get the return. Noctis takes out Sombra. The push comes out again. Predator looking to go in, but gets fragged. Faz also. Noctis getting Predator once more.
Oh my lord, this defense, these rocket and rails defense is just being so hard for them to break into. It comes down to that accuracy, I suppose, when you cannot dodge these rails if they're accurate enough.
Obviously not going to teleport towards that dire orb. Would have been suicide.
Oh, and he goes down Sturmy. I mean, this is just what happens when you put 4 amazing duel players on the same team.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
They're just not going to miss these frags. You know, they hit these shots in their sleep.
Fortunately, they're on the receiving end. There is going to be the power-up, and at this stage, just through just natural map positioning, Dreams&Magic are all around the power-up, but are they going to be able to secure it? It's going to be protection. Noctis going in with the steal, using the dire orb. Really well played, and now taking protection away from Dreams&Magic.
He just tanked a full speed scale bearer bull rush because he had protection. Insane stuff coming out from Not Too Fast.
Now taking, oh man, and he's just gone in for the heavy armor, taking the soul away from
Noctis with the absolute, just the play of plays right there.
But he timed the dire orb perfectly. Everyone on Dreams&Magic was on that point trying to take it, but Noctis's timing on the dire orb was just immaculate. Right under their noses.
Always going to hit one of those fully charged rails. That bull rush coming through. You can see him running through. That's quite intimidating. Predator's going to get the kill. Looks like Dreams&Magic get here in force, trying to get it back. Can Not Too Fast do some of their defending. We've seen them do really well, and yes, they do. They're sort of just positioning themselves in the 4 corners, just peppering down all this damage.
Yeah, they're somewhat spreading themselves out. You know, Faz is just able to sort of pick them off one by one. He's on the flip side, though. Slip has taken it, but just like that, gets annihilated. Faz back on the defense, and just look at it, 80%. This is looking to be a super fast map on the side of Not Too Fast.
Super fast, but not too fast.
Indeed.
I mean, this is just that area denial. I mean, using all of his rockets in the process almost. No, he's got plenty left. Just holds off, just trying to keep him away. 10% left now.
They're going for those prediction rockets, knowing they're coming around the corner. 94%. They have to make a push happen, otherwise they will go down one map. If they don't do something right now, Predator gets taken out as well. And I really felt that's all she wrote. Look at how far they're keeping them pushed out. Not Too Fast didn't even let them anywhere near the front entrance.
That was actually insane, though. Not Too Fast. At no point did they look even remotely challenged.
They just look like a complete team at the end of the day. playing really well. And that final moment where it's not even just like keeping them defending in the obelisk room, they were defending outside of the obelisk room, that next level defense. If they can't even get near the door, how can they get to the obelisk and take the soul? And even then, get away without getting fragged at the same time.
On a few occasions, they managed to sneak someone past into the obelisk itself. They just got annihilated, taken down by just those defensive sort of corner positions up top. They were just able to shoot everything down. They were hitting all the shots. The rails were connecting. The rockets were on point. I mean, it was just a brick wall through and through.
So clearly Lockbox was a map that those guys were ready for. They played it unbelievably well. They knew how to defend to the point where the fact that they were defending outside of the obelisk room on those key locations, and they were taking those rails and taking those real like little areas they're trying to come around and just do damage before they come in. Clearly that's a level of just map knowledge. They knew what the best areas to defend were, and I think it showed a lot of preparation. Now on the flip side, at this stage, Dreams&Magic can now choose the map they want to play instead. Once again, I'm not really sure what we're going to see because it could be anything. Any one of those other 3 maps, Dreams&Magic could be more comfortable on. Right now, we've seen Burial Chamber and Ruins of Sarnath. We have not seen Blood Covenant today, though.
Not yet, but not too fast, I think. To be honest, I don't think, it doesn't matter what map we see, I don't think there's going to be a map that they're not comfortable on.
Yeah.
You know, we were told that they were one of the strongest teams to watch out for by far. They're a team of just European superstar players. And they're clearly a unit. They are ready to play with each other. And just like that, I mean, there was at no point in that map did they not look in control.
Well, the thing is, sometimes when you take really good players and you put them on a team together, they actually don't play well together because, you know, it's almost like the classic of any sport or genre of game or whatever. But when you have a team involved and you just take really good individual players and put them on a team, that doesn't necessarily mean the team will be the greatest thing ever because they may not be very good at playing together, right? It's individual merits, not group merits. I feel like right now with NOTOFAST, I kind of feel like it is group merits completely. They look unbelievably solid as a unit of 4.
Question is, can they maintain it for another map? Because if they can,
Maybe.
we might just have one more map to go today before we are done and we find out who this 4th and final team is going to be. Looking like it's going to be NOTOFAST, but Dreams&Magic, they kind of need to... It's hard to say, right? Because it's not like they're playing poorly. That one time, the moment it looked like they finally had control of the power-up, Noctis just with the play of the evening. You know what I mean? And just die-robbing on top of all of them, taking the protection and then just destroying them all single-handed. I just don't know if NOTOFAST can be overcome at the moment.
Now, Blood Covenant. That's the map that's been picked. So Dreams&Magic would have decided to play on this map, as they did lose the last one.
So Toxic's gone for Blaskovic at the moment instead of Sorlag. So we're not actually going to see any big body sort of champions on the side of NOTOFAST this time. Their one tanky one in Sorlag has now been swapped out for Blaskovic, which is unlike Toxic. He's definitely sort of favouring those bigger health, bulkier champions. But I mean, if there's one thing he's good at hitting, it's just frags, right?
But then at the same time, Blood Covenant as a map, in particular, is very fast. Very, very fast paced. The popular champions we're going to see get picked, the agile ones that can sort of really zip around the map and go wherever they want to go without being challenged because of abilities or because of passives. Passives in particular, like wall jumps, the fact that they get, you know, Anarchy, Nyx, and, you know, many champions that can just navigate without having to really touch the ground. I think Blaskovic is going to essentially just melt everyone on those points. Plus, at the same time, Toxic's accuracy is really strong as well. I feel like when they're defending the point, he's just now going to have that increased firepower on the dual wield. He's going to shred basically everyone in comparison to the rest of his team, which is going to be doing good damage as well. It's just going to be a very high, essentially DPS team.
I can see that, and we'll be loading into this very, very soon. Obviously, get this warm-up phase out of the way, the 40-second warm-up phase. Once that is done, we'll be going into gameplay for you guys and girls at home. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the evening so far. This could very well be the final map of the Quake Champions World Championship for the first week. I'm going to say for the week one. For week one, we might have one map left.
There has been so much Quake this week, but this is only week one. There is plenty of Quake where that came from.
Of course, and not too fast. We can take this. So Soul's going to be spawning at about the 20-second mark. The question is, how are they going to control it?
That is always going to be... They have to make some strong adaptations, because right now, it just... Already they're going to get that Soul for free at this rate. Oh, and he gets nice and close to the bull rush. Can't do max damage, and they're choosing to go for Obelisk B. This is the one they want to defend. Now, they're going to go for a very aggressive defense. Faz immediately picking up the rail. He's going to sort of command that top ground. The second someone tries to take this point now, he's just going to pepper with rockets. And what a snipe on Slip with a rocket right there. Already, basically 15% done. Surviving, going in for the injection. I've got a feeling Faz is going to be a headache
with that rail up top. But you can see Faz is purposefully just sitting on this perch. He's really trying to shut down this particular way. He doesn't want the enemies to get hold of the rail. He wants to be able to watch Mega Health to see whether they get it or not. And you can see his team's covering the point itself.
Well, bear in mind, as long as Faz sits up here and he's got an injection, Dreams&Magic will be unable to take rails. If they haven't got rails, they're not going to be able to attack. From this range, Faz is able to really just cement so much pressure, rocket pressure towards that location.
But that does drop down though, so Sombra's able to take him out. Goes for Stomy as well, he can get this triple here. Oh no, Noctis is going to take him down. That could have been an amazing sequence for Sombra, but once again, not too fast. Oh, he's looking at 40% and climbing. They just pour onto this point as soon as they can see that Dreams&Magic are trying to contest and Toxic with that dual-wheel railgun.
Chunky cooldown on that dual wield though, so it's going to be a long time until he gets it back. But already 53, I should say 5% taken. This has been the fastest round so far.
No, without a doubt, but he just comes down to not too fast. They assume their positions and they're ready to go. He is getting swarmed though. Toxic might go down. No, he takes the kill on Predator. Wow, Toxic, you monster.
Unbelievable accuracy right there. It was 2 versus 1, but Toxic stood his ground and just annihilated Dreams&Magic. The power-up spawns, but they're so focused on it at this time.
He didn't even have his ability up at the time. That was just pure shooting at its finest. And the quad damage slip gets taken down. They finally had access to it.
At the same time, even though they've got quad, it now goes into the hand of Sturmy. I mean, that was worst case scenario that they are so far behind and the quad damage doesn't go to Dreams&Magic. They do manage to take it back now. Is it enough? They have access to the soul now. They have to bring it to the obelisk as fast as possible. But Noctis with the denial on 2 super shotgun frags.
Always see that quad damage up top, but he's quite timid. The 3 of them coming down from the bottom. They're being zoned out with these rockets, though. The railgun's starting to add up, but not too fast. Have so many people here. Speaking of not too fast, Scalebearer comes running by, unfortunately not connecting anything. And there's the injection down. Maneki slip. No, he goes down a direct rocket. It is so hard for Dreams&Magic to break into this obelisk. Oh, there's a shot. This is why Not Too Fast were told these are the team to worry about. For this reason, look at that.
They are looking pretty unstoppable right now. It's going to be match point already for Not Too Fast. Will this European squad make it into the regionals? Right now, they're looking to be on amazingly good form.
Dreams&Magic really have to swap something up because the last 3 rounds just haven't gone well for them.
Going out first, and oh, that was just rude. That telefrag on there, going straight in. Fantastic play from Noctis.
So they're looking for these frags so they can safely secure this soul, but the 3 of them around. Predator falls down, then again so does Not Too Fast. Faz gets it. Now the important thing instantly, oh, he throws the soul up top, but it falls down to the bottom anyway. Toxic throwing up, but oh no, it hits back down. Not Too Fast starting to fumble this a little bit. If Sturmy can just get this on. Is he going for A? Yes, he is.
They're looking to hold A now. They've gone for a complete switch. And now here we go. This could potentially be the final defense in this week's Quake Champions.
They might be trying their best to keep Dreams&Magic sort of constantly having to adapt, because on the off chance that by the end of that round they were able to figure something out about that point, they've now gone to A, so Not Too Fast. They've made them swap up tactics completely.
But again, Not Too Fast consistently controlling this area, and yeah, 6 HP Anarchy. There was really not much you could do there. And again, this iron defense put up. Sombra gets caught off guard, was not ready for Toxic to be right there with a lightning gun in wait. Just look at the fact that it's just so much now.
This is one thing that I think is separating Not Too Fast from other teams we've seen so far. They clearly have these team members positioned at specific areas to just zone off Dreams&Magic from coming in. I mean, look at where they are. They're covering everywhere.
I mean, have Dreams&Magic even been able to get anywhere near the obelisk almost this entire series, with the exception of B, which is quite easy to get into on this map? I mean, they can't even get inside the area. Toxic just covering this entrance, and when the fight happens, he comes in on the back end. Now he's got dual wield. If he takes out the scale bearer here, which he doesn't do, Sombra will get that frag on deck.
Faz got the kill. Sombra is just one here, and there's 3 frags coming out on Noctis Fish. That's the problem. You take out one of them, and there is still 3 fraggers left to go. You're not safe unless they are all dead.
Sturmy got the quad as well. It's just going from bad to worse. Dreams&Magic have to focus, and they do. Now they get the quad. They have to make this quad damage count, but Toxic again with that double kill.
Oh, but Toxic falls down. Sombra makes sure of that. Now they're all scrambling to get this quad damage, but look at this percentage. It's just going up. Slip is here trying to fight. He tanks out, gets the mega health. Can he survive this, though?
He's going to try and secure this. He's got a little bit left. Gets Faz.
Goes down.
teamwork comes in. All members of Dreams&Magic, they finally managed to seize the soul. They have to get it back.
But no, the rocket takes care of that, but Sombra commits suicide. Still throwing a lifeline, but no, they're waiting for them on the rocket, and Sturmy and Faz meet them right where they stand, and that's going to be that, taking it back to Obelisk A.
They are looking unbelievably strong right now. 30% is what could potentially send them into the regionals. The dual-wield Faz just going to dodge as much as possible. Goes in for the injection, doesn't do a whole lot, but Predator goes down anyway. But right now, I mean 20%, and it's going to be game over. Dreams&Magic looking to be struggling and just dissolved. Turn to paste right before our very eyes.
15% to go, and that could be it for the day. Not Too Fast looking very convincingly to just walk their way through to the European regionals. Have they been challenged at any point this entire weekend?
Right now, they really are looking like the most dangerous team. They really look like the team to watch in this series. I mean, this performance has been unbelievable. They're going to contest the Obelisk 3-man push, but they need to make sure that this counts. They need to make sure they take it. Sombra, though, goes down. Their chunky champion just gets taken out. And that might be the last hope they have. Faz manages to connect it again, but look at how many members they're trying to defend. They need to get the soul away, and they need it now, and there is no other options but to hold out of a 100% comeback.
100% a comeback by one of the most dominating teams we've seen so far in the Quake World Championships for Sacrifice and Toxic. With that dual wheels putting it back in, they have to go in right now, and if they can't, that is going to be it, and that is game. Toxic is able to throw the soul, secure the soul, and secure his team's place in the European regionals in a few weeks' time.
What a performance. What a performance. It was all 4 members just looked unstoppable. I think going into the regionals, personally, I really think these guys are the team to watch. I mean, that was a level of just coordination that I haven't seen yet.
But that's what it comes down to, coordination. It didn't look like a team that was just constantly scrambling for the soul and trying to get it in and defend it. They were a team that clearly had preset places to defend, strategies, and champion choices for certain maps. They were ready to stand in the exact places and just hold their ground and straight up just defend. Like, okay, I'm here, you're there, you're there, you're there. And that's what we saw.
But when we saw Dreams&Magic play yesterday against Sandals, they looked so strong. Their level of composure was superb as well, even on maps like, you know, like Lockbox, for example. They had a really, really solid showing. I guess just today, Not Too Fast were just too strong. You know, I feel like they were just a bit too strong to deal with. They were on it every single step of the way, and they've well and truly dominated their way into this regionals, of which they are now the 4th and final for week 1 team going into this Sacrifice regionals.
Indeed, and what a performance. I mean, what team deserves this more than a team just putting in that much work? And this was it. Faz was holding that particular area up on rail, but that's what I'm talking about. That was just one of the many positions they had covered. And this was it. Toxic. Look, he was completely dead to right. Takes out Slip.
That was
takes
disgusting.
out Predator. No problems.
It's not even like he was nearly fragged, but he still had 60 health at the end of that. Unbelievable.
Of course, by being severely outnumbered, usually a massive negative, unless you are Toxic and you're playing Mr. Blazkowicz.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's what you've mentioned, right? You can clearly see in these replays these sort of designated defensive points that each member of Not Too Fast was designated, and they were holding those areas. When there was nothing going on in those areas and they can hear a fight elsewhere, they'll just double back and then basically pile in and
so
defend
everyone else
the point.
is playing Sacrifice and they're playing tower defense.
Essentially, basically. If you put it like that, then yeah, 100%.